Hello and welcome to this webinar series called From HR Challenges to Solutions. My name is Fraser and I am one of the product management team here at Access PeopleHR, and I'm here to guide you through the series of three demo sessions that we're going to be doing on the Access PeopleHR solution. The first one today, we'll be looking at how you can save time on your essential HR processes. And then we will be doing two further webinars, which will be available one a month. The next one is around using business intelligence tools to take smart HR decisions. And the final one that we will do, or I will be doing anyways, is attracting and nurturing and engaging talent and how our solutions can support you in that. Before we delve into the demo itself and look at the product, I just wanted to really touch on who this webinar is for. So Access PeopleHR solutions are built and available to support small to medium-sized businesses. We have got distinct plans which are split out essentially across the three sub-segments of the sector. So without further ado, let's look at how our solutions can help you save time. The first screen that I want to look at is the landing experience. When a user, an employee enters PeopleHR, and you can see there how quickly it would be for them to book a holiday and see their holiday balance. We know that that's the action that employees take most within the HR system, and that's there surfaced as a high frequency, low complexity task. The next element that I'm showing there is the ability to access company documents and personal documents. That could be your company handbook, that could be a set of standard operating procedures, and they're able to download those, print those, and again, high frequency, low complexity, access them easily. The next screen that we have in the center here is all around employee engagement. So this is your organization's social feed. This is where you would keep your teams and employees up to date with all the latest information, and also enable employees to comment and like, react, add GIFs, add links to any of the content that's going on or any news activities that is going on within your business. And we've also got a handy mobile app which you are able to encourage your employees to download. The third sector on this really nifty dashboard is learning. So as part of becoming a PeopleHR customer, you get access to Learning Lite. That gives you access to 10 courses which you and your employees are able to access over and over again. The one that I'm showing now is around remote working from home, which is a really prevalent experience for a lot of people at the moment, and is available there for your employees to complete. The other key benefit with learning is within our products, we offer surfaced product training. You can see here that we are going into a PeopleHR training package as an employee, where you're able to access information around how to use the My Documents, the Personal, and the Planner tab as well. So in terms of saving time for your employees, quick action on HR tasks, important information surfaced on the dashboard so that your employees are keeping up to date with what's going on in your organization. And finally, quick access to training packages, not just from an e-learning and upskilling perspective of your employees, but also from the perspective of being able to access and use PeopleHR and associated products quickly and easily. The next section to talk through is essential HR. This is the bread and butter of a HR solution, and this is the stuff that needs to work seamlessly in order to really make the time savings that we are all looking for. The first thing to call out is the employee list, which can be easily searched. You can see here I'm looking for one of my employees, Grazer. I can see quickly that he is on leave at the moment. We'll look into a bit more detail as to why in a second. I can also put advanced filters to enable improved searching by team, etc., in the employee list. I've got a new starter. I've been recruiting and I've recruited Douglas. And here I'm taking you through the employee onboarding screen. Department, job role, and location are all managed lists, ensuring that they're uniform and easily queried on. We've also got some really handy calculators, both on holiday and salary. The next screen here shows you the what next of adding a new employee. As well as adding them, we also promote the ability for admins and managers to cover that what's next checkbox. Do we need to collect driving license details? Do we need to complete an induction for the employee? We've got some preloaded tasks in there for you, and there's also the option to create manual tasks as well. You can see where I'm logged in as the admin now. I'm going to my new tasks. You can see everything that I just selected as part of employee onboarding has appeared here for me. I'm then able to, as I complete them, go into the task and complete it. Again, the time saving here is really about covering off that so what next piece. Okay, we've got a new employee, but what, as an admin, do we want managers to complete when onboarding an employee to ensure that they get all the information that they need? That as HR professionals and owners of HR functions within businesses, we know that everyone is getting the same experience and we're getting the data that we need in order to deliver in our roles. Next, let's check out documents and e-signatures. So back to Douglas, who we've just recruited. He needs to sign his contract. A contract can easily be added to an employee's record, either by uploading a document or also by using a template that we've created within the Access PeopleHR solution. In this instance, I'm going to show you uploading a document. We accept multiple formats. Here I'm using a Word, and I'm also putting it under the same, the bucket essentially of it being a contract. I then select who's going to have access to the document and whether or not a signature is required. Again, covering off the what's next piece, you can see here now that I've added the document, until it's signed by both the employee and the manager, I can easily send them reminders to ensure that this is done until it's completed. And again, this isn't just relevant to employee documents, but also relevant to any other document type that you may want to use and may require signatures. Again, operating procedures, handbooks, anything that you would want an employee to read and understand. Next, let's cover off absence management. Again, the bread and butter of a great HR solution. And here we're going to take you into the planner to show you how you can have an overview as a manager and admin on the organization. Here, I'm going to drill down into a specific location and look for a specific individual. And I can see now in their planner the days that they have where they are off. I can see what that event is, and I can get more detail by drilling down. I mentioned earlier there was a logo against the employee Grazer. I can now see from that he is on jury duty. And then I can also see other days, including bank holidays, that I have available within the planner. I'm now going to clear the filters and look at a holistic overview of the whole organization, all departments and all the employees within it. And you can see here, again, that I have all that information available to me. Better still, we can export that into a calendar using your web URLs. So in order to get the detail of who's off, who's in, you don't even need to access your People HR solution. You can simply pull that information through to your usual work calendar. Next, let's take a look at the mobile app. Essentially, the mobile app is all essential HR in your pocket. You can see in this screen now, I'm completing a return to work for a holiday absence. This is optional, obviously sick absence, return to work, so a real key functionality. The next element is we looked at news and keeping employees up to date. You can see here that we've got some news available around the fact that this company has just implemented a People HR solution. It can attract likes, it can attract comments. From a time tracking perspective, really easy to tap in, tap out. We can set geofences around that from a geographical perspective to ensure that your employees are where they are and they need to be when they tap in and tap out. Adding expenses, generating new holiday requests, so employers and employees can request and approve on the go. The mobile app is absolutely perfect for organizations where employees don't have corporately owned personal devices. That could be anything from teams that are on the road, manufacturing, the list goes on, right? But this gives a really, really focused way for your employees to access that essential HR without needing to go to a desktop and without having a corporately owned personal device. There's even chat so that a employee can quickly message a manager, perhaps around shift swapping or otherwise, just to remove the email traffic that would come with that. As with the planner that we looked at in the web People HR solution, we have the planner also available within the mobile app. And again, it's really quick and simple for employees to book leave from here. Now, the real time-saving piece and the flexibility with this comes with our middle and higher tier packages. But I want to show you logbooks, and the next piece that I'm going to show you is Ripple. Logbooks are essentially a form builder, a customizable form builder that you have within your solution, which enables you to collect and then query on information that you need from your employees. You can see that the logbook that I'm building here is around a DBS information check. So this is a custom logbook that I've built, and essentially it's collecting the information that I would need in order to query the outcome of an employee's DBS check. You can see here the final step that I'm adding is just a signature for the employee to confirm that they're happy for the manager or the admin to check that the check has been processed as it should be, and I'm only allowing the employee to sign that. As well as the ability to create custom forms, custom logbooks, we also have a large amount of logbooks pre-loaded into your solution from the get-go. You can see here we've got a long list. And what I'm showing now, actually, is looking at who that logbook around the DBS is available to. And in the first instance, I've made it available to one employee. I've made it available to Grazer. You can also preview logbooks here as well. And that gives you the ability to see what they will look like for an employee before you send it out to them or before you request their completion. As I was saying a second ago, we've got all of these details, all of these logbooks that pre-exist within the system. You can see the one that we're looking at now is around collecting vehicle details. Perhaps an employee is using their private vehicle for work, and you need to collect information on that. All of the fields, again, are editable, they are updatable, and obviously you're able to add new fields to any of the pre-built logbooks that are in the screen already. So how do we then get an employee to complete a logbook? So once it's been shared with them, as I just showed, the employee is then able to to call out. I'm now logged in as Grazer, the employee in this organization, is able to go to their profile, is then able to open the logbook section, and they are then able to add a new logbook. In this case, I'm going to add a one-to-one. Maybe every time I check in with a manager, I am asked to record notes, or there's a reason, perhaps from a case management perspective, that we're recording everything that's being covered within one-to-ones. And I think a really important piece to call out here is all of the outputs and fields that are completed within a logbook are available to be queried on using our report builder. And we'll look into the report builder at a later date. It means that all of this information that you're collecting from your employees is simple and quick for you to effectively query and download, so that you can mold the data to understand your HR profile. You can see here the logbook that I created around giving permission to access DBS results has now been completed, and I've added that there. So as the manager of Grazer would then be able to pop back and see that. And you can see there at the bottom of the list, there's a vehicle details logbook, but I'm going to come back to that in a second because I want to show you the really, really sweet workflow manager tool that we have in place that will allow you to push logbooks and other activities to customers as an interactive, to users as interactive ripples. So, Ripple. It is our workflow manager, and we have two types of ripples: interactive and background. The first ripple that I'm going to show you is a background ripple, and an example of when this might be used would be in the case that we're looking at on the screen, to trigger an email to a manager when an employee reaches 2 periods of absence within a rolling 6 months. That allows us then as managers and admins to get in front of the absence and to support the employee to ensure that we don't then see a third period within the 6 months, or whatever your absence policy is. The next type is interactive ripples, and this is a ripple where we would want, before we get there, you can see here, here's one that I made earlier. So this is the email that has been triggered as a result of an employee having 2 periods of absence within a rolling 6 months. So that automatically goes to that employee's manager. So you then, as an admin, are safe in the knowledge that absenteeism is being picked up and is being dealt with in a positive way, right? As opposed to using a policy to hold the employees accountable for their absence. The next that I'm showing here is a interactive ripple. So here I've created a ripple where the first step is we want the employees to complete the vehicle details. I've then scheduled it so that it will go to any new employee. Let's say we're in an organization where we need to collect everyone's vehicle details, and obviously there's so many different examples where this could be used. Anything where you would want to collect information off of your whole employee base can be done here, and as I've mentioned previously, it can be done in a way that is queryable. So What does this look like for an employee? Again, I'm logged in as the employee in this organization, Grazer. And you can see here now that I've sent the interactive ripple, that's appeared as a notification within this employee's dashboard. You can see in the info slides, the info page, what's to be completed there, and also there's the ability to upload documents. So for example, if you needed to say perhaps add insurance documents or MOT documents to that. And you can see as well, it's signed with the IP address tracked as well to ensure that it is that indeed that individual that is signing the document. They are then able to mark that as complete. And again, that information is then sent back to your reporting tools so that it can be queried on and is stored within the logbook screen, so you are easily able to access all of the information that your employees have submitted to you. I think certainly if you're coming from using spreadsheets and emails, you know, this interactive tool, this workflow management solution really will save time and also save the need for chasing, as that can all be done automatically using the so what tools, as I've called them, within PeopleHR. And if you're using an existing HR solution, perhaps this flexibility of having logbooks and Ripple workflows together to really deliver HR functionality and processes within your organization just isn't there, and it is a real time saver when it comes to collecting and gathering information and taking HR action within your organization. Fantastic. So thanks so much for taking the time to join the session today, and I hope that you found a lot of the information within there really helpful, and gave you a really good idea on across our plans where we can support you to save time and ensure that you are able then to spend time with the employees in your organization face to face, rather than sending countless follow-up emails and whatever next. The next session that we'll be doing is looking at using business intelligence tools to take smart HR decisions. So today we looked at Ripple and logbooks, and in the next session we'll look at then how we can query that information and then perhaps generate further logbooks and ripples off the back of that and close the loop. And we'll also look at some really powerful business intelligence tools and analytics that we have available across all of our plans. And then, as I've mentioned, the third one that we'll do is attracting, nurturing, and engaging talent. I hope you enjoyed the session, and I will see you in the next